Welcome back, Nim fam. Richarlison is back and so are Spurs. So who is worth investment now outside of Sonny? Which Chelsea option is the best and who is the best captaincy choice? Let's take a look at my ultimate guide ahead of Game Week 18. So let's start with Richarlison. Not even on the first page for points for midfielders so far this season, Richarlison has been hampered by injury. When Kane left, many looked to Richard to be the focal point of this Spurs team, but his injury and health troubles have meant that Son became that guy. However, Richarlison looks to be back, not only fitter than ever, but also in a really good place mentally. A really good thing to see. I was a fancy owner of his during the World Cup, and he was very kind for me whilst Brazil were in that competition, so I know what he's capable of when he's firing on all cylinders. 3 goals in 2 games, making it 4 goals and 3 assists for the season now, with some really decent fixtures coming up. We'll talk a bit about Everton defence in just a moment, but beyond that, Spurs' run until game week 34 is insane. They don't meet any of the current top 4 teams until game week 28. With that, I have to give a mention to Richard's attacking teammate Kulusevski. I was worried with Son going away to the Asia Cup that Richarlison might struggle to be fed, and where would the creativity would come from whilst we're waiting on Maddison's return. However, Kulu was amazing against Forest with his goal and an assist. If these two can get a bit of gel together in this time, they could both be worth some consideration whilst we look outside of our premium assets as they go away to different cup competitions. There is one Spurs player I would buy right now if you haven't already, and that is Pedro Porro. This Spurs defender is so ridiculously attacking, it is scary to watch as a non-owner. At 5.5 million, he's cheaper than Trippier and Trent and still carries a similar amount of attacking threat. I've been on Udogie since week 1 and haven't had the chance to switch them yet. With Udogie's suspension this week, this could be my opportunity to do so, whether now or on my wild card in a week or so. Porro has had 6 assists already this season, and with the fixtures I mentioned earlier, I can only see that getting better. And to be honest, it won't be long till he's adding goals to that tally too. It really looks as if they're coming. If you can, he'd be a hard buy for me this week for sure. So Nimfam, I would love it if you could help me out. If you're enjoying this video so far, then please like and share and subscribe. We are so close, and I mean literally now, we are like within touching distance of that 7k. It would be amazing to get there with you fabulous lot for Christmas. Oh, and that sneaky little notification bell, just go give it a little tickle. It'll show you when I'm uploading my next FPL content. It's at this point I'd like to give a mention to Everton, who Spurs face next game week, and 2 attacking players I feel are going under the radar, and that is Doucouré and McNeil. Doucouré has scored 2 goals in 3 games, bringing his tally to 6 goals and 2 assists for the season. He is above Diaby and just behind Hee-Chan in points. This 5.6 million midfielder is just ticking away nicely. McNeil, his teammate, has 2 goals and 2 assists in the last 4 games and is 0.2 cheaper than Doucouré. McNeil is definitely in a purple patch at the moment, but on the eye test he also looks very good. These are cheap options if you were looking to move 3 up top, for instance. Their fixtures don't look great with the aforementioned Spurs up next and then Man City, but City have struggled to keep clean sheets of late, and Everton have definitely turned a corner. With that, let's touch upon Pickford. Look, I have been on a ride with a love-hate relationship with this guy, my lengthy stint with him last season, and I know a lot of you decided to start the season with him and it didn't go well. But it has to be said, Everton are looking great in defence at the moment. They've had 4 clean sheets on the bounce now. Pickford is just 4.4 million, so he could be a good rotation keeper. Look, I'm saying this knowing that there's such a lack of goalkeeper options at the moment. He could be a shout for the odd clean sheet and save points now that Everton have turned this corner. I'm unsure. Let me know what you think in the comments, Nim fam. I'm always interested to hear what you guys have got to say. If you're looking for help with your FPL team, please check out the sponsors of this video, Fantasy Football Fix, where you can follow the world's best FPL managers team reveals live. Link is in the description below. Stay tuned for early captaincy thoughts coming up in just a moment. Whilst Everton have extremely tough fixtures, we are now fully in the grasp of Chelsea's good fixture run. So who is it we should be buying? Well, attacking wise, it feels like if you don't have Palmer, then now is the time. At just 5.6 million with Wolves, Palace and Luton in the next three, and now scoring from open play and on penalties, then the 80% of you that do not currently own him should be considering it now. His teammate Sterling is another option. Expect some rotation with Sterling though, but if you can cover him with some good bench cover, when he plays, he has the potential to haul. We've seen it earlier on in the season with good fixtures, so if I had to choose between the two, I'd definitely fall to Palmer, but if you're struggling for rank and you want something a little bit different, I don't hate the double up, with the caveat of making sure you have good bench cover. I did consider mentioning Jackson here also, but with Nkunku on the sidelines waiting for a return, I much prefer to see how he goes on before investing in a Chelsea forward. However, this could be the time to invest in Chelsea defence. With rotation rife here, it's been really tough to suggest somebody nailed. And in all honesty, I can't give you a definite answer at this point. Diassi and Colwell feel like the most nailed for now, and to be honest, we only need them for now, whilst we try to catch some of these good fixtures. Colwell costing just 4.6 million means that you could have a backup on your bench and play him to try and catch some of these positive matchups. I said I would give Gusto a shout out for FPL Loaf. Go check him out on Twitter. Loaf thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread, excuse the pun, at 4.1 million. If he becomes an option again, like he was early on in the season, then he could definitely be a shout. One for the watch list, maybe. Alright, let's move on to early captaincy thoughts for Game Week 18, and with City having a blank game week and a Haaland injury, we lose one of the main captaincy picks this week. However, Salah keeps his place, with Arsenal and Liverpool both fighting it out there or thereabouts at the top of the league. This could be a fiery game with goals. That said, we thought that about the United match. So outside of Salah, you could consider Ollie Watkins at home to a struggling Sheffield United. This is worth a serious shout. And then you could consider Solanke as an outside differential option. Son is also potentially an option. It'll be Everton's first big test in a few weeks, so it'll be interesting to see how their new defensive prowess goes against a Spurs team at home, as we chatted about earlier on in this video with both of them. That's the only reason why I've placed Solanke in over Son. I'd like to see how Everton are going to get on with this challenge. Thanks for watching, Nimfam. I hope this has helped. I'll be back tomorrow with my team selection, letting you know how I got into the top 40k. Please do me a favour by popping a like and subscribing. We are on the road to 10k, Nimfam. You're really helping me out. Until next time, Nimfria out.